this is gonna be a super casual video. I'm up here at the school. It is after school, so school is over, the kids are gone, I've clocked out and all of that good stuff, and I wanted to show you how I do like all of my manipulatives and stuff like that. So I do try to laminate pretty much everything that I possibly can, because if I go through all the effort of printing and cutting, I don't want to have to do it again. So I am currently working on that. Now today I'm using my laminator. Our school does have a laminator, but we're out of film. And so thankfully I do have my own laminator. I will link it down below. Mine is called the Apache AL18P. It's from Amazon. I got it as a gift for Christmas one year, which was like a super nice gift. And if you're looking for a teacher gift, that's a great one. But I will link it down below. It is more pricey. So I will also link, there is a Staples one that a lot of people use that's a little bit cheaper. It's not as good, it's not as big, but it is cheaper. So I will link both of those down below so that you can, find whatever's gonna work for you. Now, I like to use the school's one because one, they pay for the laminating film. Two, it's a little bit different since it's industrial, it goes a little bit faster. Since I am doing my own, I have laminating pouches. So these are the ones I buy. They're just the Scott thermal laminating pouches. They come in different sizes, but I just get the 3 mil because it just seems easiest. And it's usually cheaper than, the 5 and the 7. So all you do is, it's very, very simple. Give you a little tutorial here, is they come like this. You open it up in half and then stick the things in it. Now, one thing that I don't love about my laminator is on the school's laminator, I can laminate and then cut. On my laminator, I have to cut, laminate, cut. So it takes a little bit longer. So that's why my fish are already cut out. And I just open this up, stick in as many things as I can, making sure that I leave space in between the different things so that they are not, touching. And then it just goes into the laminator, and it really is that simple. It's not difficult at all, and it's really helpful. So definitely would recommend getting a laminator if you do not have one. Now, as far as printing goes, I have HP Instant Ink, so it's a subscription ink service. So I pay a set amount each month, and then I get a certain amount of pages to print. One thing that I love about that is that one, I never have to go buy ink, and two, whether you print something that has one word on it or a full page in color thing, or a whole bunch of little colorful rhythm fish, they count as the same thing. It just counts by pages. And so it gives me a lot of freedom in things like this, where I have no qualms about printing, all of these colorful fish, because I don't, have to pay for it. I've also added on, they do subscription paper, and so I've been doing that as well, so I don't have to worry about buying paper, and that has been really nice. So it is an expense, and I don't love additional expenses outside of school, but for me, it's something that I find worth it. Now, I don't print at home if I have things like worksheets. Those things I always make sure I print at school using, their paper and stuff. But if it's like bulletin boards, flashcards, that kind of stuff, I'm willing to do it at home so that I can get it in color. I can do it, and it'll be nice and pretty and all of that good stuff. So as you can see, I'm literally just feeding it in. Let me show you what it looks like. So I have mine plugged up. It has the little reference here. I will say the 3 mil, I do it on 245. I wouldn't go too hot because it says it can melt inside, but it works so much better on 245 than on 230. So I would recommend that. So all you do is just like literally stick them in there, pull them out when they're done, and then they just guide themselves. It's like kind of rough on the inside so that they don't slip and slide around. After I laminate, and since I'm doing it with this before and after, I'll use scissors for those, but normally I use my paper cutter. This thing is something that every single teacher needs. You need one even if you're not a teacher. They're amazing. Mine is from Fiskars. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them from Michael's, get them from Walmart. Like, they're not expensive or fancy or anything, but it makes cutting so much easier. You just put them in and then just slide the thing and it'll cut. There's also the ones that go like up and down. Those are nice too. Highly recommend that though, because it makes cutting all of these little cards so much faster. These are my Kaboom sets. So much faster, so much faster. Now let me show you how I store them. Now while we are using something like for centers or for stuff, I put them in these boxes. They're just like plastic shoe boxes. They're not expensive and they have tops. So I put everything that they need inside of here. So in here I have roll-a-measure games and dice. You can see in this one, we're making measures. So there's type signatures, there's rhythm cards, and there's popsicle sticks and everything they need. That way when it's time for centers, time for activities, I just pull the whole box out and put it up. We are done. I always make sure the kids clean up so that the kids make sure that it looks how it did when they left. It goes back in the box goes back in my bookshelf. Live here while we are not using them. When we are not currently using them, they live in other places. So sometimes I use just straight up Ziploc bags and those work just fine, but I prefer these are like more durable Ziploc bag kind of things, and they come in a variety of sizes. This size is one of my favorites because it's perfect for card games. You can see I can fit 2 sets of these shark attack ones. So to separate them, I just have, like, you can see a little binder clip on one deck. I need another deck and I'm going to stick it right there. If I have too many, then I just put them there, and then they have the little like place where you can write down the label and say what it is. Sometimes I use those, sometimes I just use Ziploc bags. It just kind of depends. If it's individual manipulatives, they go in little Ziploc bags, in big Ziploc bags. Don't judge my closet because it's not super organized. I'm working on this. This is for a project, so they're just, you know, in here for now. But after I have that, then I store them in here. So you can see over here is a bunch of those bags. Here are the small ones, here are the big ones that I use. And then I put them into these bins by type. I will link these down below. You can see here's like a Ziplocs because those are similar activities, so that I can just find them very easily. I will link these. This is 2 sets of these like scrapbook boxes in containers, and then I also have, you know, extra ones. If you have shelving, I would not get these. I would just get these. I will link them down below though. I do like them. That's pretty much all I've got for all of those things. I would definitely say always plan for longevity. So if you are bothering to cut and print, make sure that you can use it more than once so that it doesn't, you know, you can actually use them. And simple things like Ziploc bags and binder clips will take you a long, long way. Make sure things are organized so you can find them again next year. And if you have any questions, leave them down below.